When I was a student at Glasgow School of Art, where Norman McLaren studied, we used to visit Edinburgh Zoo to sketch. I was always drawn to this enclosure. It's where Wojtek the bear lived in the 1950s. It's kind of been haunting me ever since. My name's Iain Gardner, and I'm the director of A Bear Named Wojtek. I didn't want Wojtek as a character on screen to be trivialised. Engendering respect for animals is a theme that I want to return to from my first feature film. So our animation director, Ross Hogg, worked closely with animators in Poland to get as much natural behaviour in the bear as we could. We worked in TV Paint and used the animator's original line drawings to create mats. Through the mats we revealed these watercolour backgrounds. Art director Rachel Bevan-Baker just has an innate instinct for how little detail is required. We artworked quite loosely and the mats that we had delineated the shape. Our editor Rachel Roberts experimented with archive footage from World War II for pacing. This had the effect, watching the animatic, of pulling you back into reality. I felt having these subtle reminders that the story takes place amongst real historical events worked well. So Will Anderson was our compositor. We achieved a multi-mix effect by animating primarily on threes. We time remapped the footage on sixes into two separate pre-comps and then mixed them back together on threes.
Because you should be scared. Grab it!
Oh, an animated version of my voice. It's funny, I kind of was really sucked into the film at that point. I sort of forgot that I was kind of on screen, and then I saw a mean-looking face, and I thought, I think that's got to be me. I've been meaning to see it since it came out. I know it's won a lot of awards, and there's a lot of buzz around it, and especially on a night where there was a lot of people who were attached to the story through their lineage. It felt like a very moving evening. It was a very, very special night.
My studio's at Summerhall. This used to be Edinburgh's vet school. When Wojtek died, his remains were brought here and examined by the students. What interested me about Wojtek is this mythology of him carrying shells during the Battle of Monte Cassino. That became an iconic image for his platoon. Animation lends itself to the ambiguity of whether or not that was true. I was able to do research and development. During that period, I worked closely with Christina Evel. She was born in Poland and survived the war, so this is really her story. Oh God, I first got into animation at the Bristol Animation Festival. I think it was 1989. What blew me away personally though was Frederick Bach and seeing The Man Who Planted Trees. Later in 2014, I directed the centenary celebrations for Norman McLaren, and Marcy Page from the National Film Board of Canada was one of our guests in Scotland. I was delighted because she was actually with Norman Roget, the composer who had worked with Frederick Bach. So I wasted no time pitching the Wojtek story to him at Edinburgh Castle. Working with Normand, it really has been a dream come true. I'm still pinching myself. He just brings great humanity to his work. The emotion that he managed to get across, I just thought was brilliant. The Quebec City Film Festival celebrated this year the centenary of Frederick Bach, and they programmed A Bear Named Wojtek alongside his masterpieces, The Man Who Planted Trees and Crac. I mean, I just can't ask for a higher honour than that.